I'm going to show you a tool that syncs a Google Sheet and a Google Map.
So if you change your Google Sheet, for example, let's add another row, your map automatically updates. We need two tools for this.
Atlist and Google Sheets. You probably already know Google Sheets. It's Google's spreadsheet tool. You might not know Atlist. Atlist is a tool for creating maps. You can find links to both of them in the video description, but let's get into this.
All right, here's my spreadsheet. It's a list of all the locations of Jimmy's Coffee, a coffee shop I used to live by that was honestly so good. Before we do anything with this spreadsheet, you should understand what Atlist is. This is Atlist. Like I said, it's a tool for making custom maps. We can add markers to our map by searching for an address. If we click the marker, it opens a modal, and we can add stuff to this modal. For example, let's paste in a note. We can also add markers by point and click. And if we'd like, we can add groups to organize the markers. We can also style our markers and map. So let's go to Customize, click Markers, and let's upload the Jimmy's Coffee logo as a custom marker. Looks a bit small. Let's bump up that size. Yeah, and now let's go back and we'll change the map style. Let's remove all the text labels from the map. And let's select a new theme. Okay, yeah. I like this one. And there we go. That's a very brief introduction to Atlist. Now let's go back to Google Sheets. Before we do anything, we need to make sure our spreadsheet is formatted correctly. That way Atlist can read it. Your spreadsheet can have these 8 columns. You might notice the columns map to things in Atlist. Like we have a notes column. That maps to the notes we edited before. Or this group column. It maps to the groups we added before. Most of these columns are optional. In fact, the only requirement is that you have either an address or latitude and longitude. So your spreadsheet could look like this if you wanted, or just like this. But we're going to keep it like this. Now let's sync this spreadsheet. Back in Atlist, we'll click Import a Spreadsheet. Next, we're going to select Connect Google Sheet. Now, there are some important instructions here. We need to make sure our sheet is set to anyone on the internet with the link can view for sharing. So let's go back to Google Sheets, click Share, and we can see anyone on the internet with the link can view. Perfect. Next, let's click Copy Link, and back in Atlist, we'll paste the link here. Then click Create, and boom, our sheet and map are now synced. You know what? Just looking at this, I think our markers are a little big. So let's go back and pull down the size. Perfect. If we click Edit, we can see that Atlist will check the sheet every hour. If there's an update, then it will sync the sheet to the map. But we can also manually sync the sheet by clicking Fetch New Data at any time. So let's go back to our sheet and let's change Ossington's group to Coming Soon. Then back in Atlist, we'll click Fetch New Data, and there we go. Ossington is now in the Coming Soon group. Now, we can't add new markers or groups while we're synced to a spreadsheet. And if we click a marker, we'll see we can't edit a marker either. You are, however, able to upload images and set custom marker styles. But any other marker edits should be done through the spreadsheet. Now, there's a few columns in the spreadsheet we haven't discussed yet. Button, link, and tags. Let's start with button link. If we go to Customize Modals, we can turn on buttons. And this gives our modals a custom button. The button link is the URL this button will link to. Now what about tags? As you can see, markers can have multiple tags. And we can use the tags to let visitors filter our map. Just go to Overlays and turn on the Tag overlay. Then visitors can click a tag to filter the map. Simple, right? There's 2 other overlays we already have turned on, Search and List. List is our marker list, and Search lets you find markers near your current location or address. Awesome. And there we have it.
From here, we can share our map or embed it on a website like the Jimmy's Coffee website, or we could just use it for ourselves personally. Once again, there's links to both Atlist and Google Sheets in the video description. I'm a co-founder of Atlist, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment below or email me. Thanks for watching.